Everyone, today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make flying geese 4 at a time with zero waste. I want my flying geese to be 2 by 4 inches, so I have used the methods that I had on screen before, and I've cut a large orange square at 5 1/4 inches, and then my smaller squares are 2 7/8. You can draw a line from corner to corner or do what I'm doing here, which is lining my 1/4 inch line up with my corners and then drawing a line there. That way I have a sew line instead of just a guide. If you do just draw one line straight down the middle, then you just need to sew a 1/4 inch away from either side of that line. But I prefer to mark my sew lines. It's a little bit easier for me to see where I need to be sewing then. And then we're just going to take that square and we're going to line it up in the corner, making sure that all of our edges line up nicely, and put another square in the opposite corner. And there you can see that sew lines, they are matching up nicely. And I'm just going to pop a few pins in here just so that it doesn't slip out of place while I'm trying to sew it. And here you can see my stitch lines. I'm not going to be sewing directly on my lines. I'm going to be sewing just on the inside of it. I find with flying geese and stuff like that, I get a better result if I do a scant 1/4 inch seam instead of a full 1/4 inch. But it's personal preference. It's up to you how you want to do it. And I'm just going to sew down one side and then turn it around and go down the other side. And then we're going to go cut them apart. Once you've sewn both seams, you're just going to line up your ruler so you're cutting down the middle. And then just cut down there and you'll have 2 units now. And if you flip these open, they look kind of funky and don't really look like flying geese yet, but it will work out in the end. Just bear with me. And then I'm going to take these to the iron and iron them before I move on to the next step. And here they're all ironed, so I'm going to take another square and I'm going to line it up in this corner like this. And I'm just going to pin that in place too and sew down both of those lines that I drew there. Ignore the center one, I just did this for an example before, but I usually just draw the 2 lines where I want to sew down. But it's up to you how you want to do it. And then once you've sewn down both of those lines on both units, then you can just cut them apart. And then there you have your flying geese. It's actually very simple to make these. Then we just need to square them up and make sure that they're the right size. You can get special rulers for this, like they're flying geese rulers, but I don't have any, so I just use what I have on hand. And I'm just going to line it up. I know that I want my finished unit to be 2 by 4, so I need it to be 2.5 by 4.5 right now. And I'm going to make sure that my center point is at my 2 1/4 inch line. And if everything is sewed correctly, you should only be trimming off your dog ears. There shouldn't be any other waste. That is one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite ways to make flying geese. There's so little waste, and I like that. I don't like wasting fabric. I am on a budget, so I can't just go buy fabric whenever I want. So I'm just going to go through my stack here and trim off all my dog ears and double check that they're all the correct size and that I didn't make a mistake somewhere down the line. I hope you try out this method. Let me know if you like it, and please hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching.